Hello, everyone. I'm Roger Garrett, current owner of KC Ambush Fast Pitch and soon to be owner of Hit and Run Training Facility. This is going to be a mini part documentary on the process from how it became an idea to hopefully to finish to where we can have a grand opening at some point. I don't expect this to be completed until fall of 2025. This idea started probably 5 to 7 years ago. It pretty much started by purpose on accident. What I mean by that is, in the beginning, it was my oldest daughter I coached. Once my two younger daughters got up to age, I started teams for them, and I was full-time coach with my oldest daughter's teams, while part-time coach with my youngest daughter's teams. That's allowed me to stay close to them through the years. After about ninth grade year, each of them wanted to pursue soccer more than they did on the softball track. I'm perfectly fine with that. But what that let me do was focus more on coaching as opposed to us time as far as softball. So it's been increasingly difficult to find indoor practice space. Over the last 5 years, it's been hard to find it, but I've always been able to find something that's suitable for our needs, which will allow us, which will have something big enough to have us all practice at the same time together. I like practicing together because, for one, we all get to know each other as coaches, as players, as an organization, from the top to the bottom. You get to know the parents, you get to know the kids, their siblings. It's really is a family atmosphere in KC Ambush. This year we had a new facility that was being built that we thought we had a practice space. Around December, I was being told that the practice space wouldn't be available. So that left all three teams scrambling for indoor practice space. Having to go through being told yes, then being told no, I hate constraints. So I've always been, for the last 5 to 7 years, like I said, I've always been wanting to find some indoor space anyway. So that left me down a rabbit hole of looking for places to either build or buy. Initially, I found a place that was in Independence. It was behind Walmart in Independence. I put a bid on it, got it accepted. Come to find out, it was on an acre. I actually looked at it before I put an offer on the. It wouldn't allow me to build as big as a building I want. I'd had to build a parking lot on it as well. I'd also have to get neighbors clearance all around and have town meetings and all kind of things. I was in over my head really quick what I found out. So it gave me a chance to get out of the deal, which was great because that leads us to where we are now. The property is located at 1901 South 291 Highway. It's 2 or 3 blocks north of 23rd Street or 78 Highway. It's an old mechanic shop, 16-foot clear span building, 7,000 square feet. Uh, I met with the City of Independence, had a meeting with them. I had to meet with them to see what all I needed as far as permits, code. I'm going to have to do a lot of construction work, which I understand is going to be hard, it's going to be tedious, it's going to be sleepless nights. But it's way less than what I would have had to go through as opposed to building. So far, it's been an interesting process, and I'm learning a lot through the process. In order to go through business loan, no one, not me, I didn't know how to go through business loan, and it was daunting. It was scary at first. ChatGPT helped me a lot, so I started giving my ideas to ChatGPT. They started spitting data back to me. I even asked ChatGPT to write my business plan. It did, and I looked at it as a rough draft, but I called the bank and it's like, hey, I'm throwing out a filler. What can I do and how can I do it? They, in turn, told me to reach out to UMKC's small business development coordinators. I guess they have a program that assists people in my position that are going to ask banks for small business loans. So that's where we're at right now. So I met with the small business coordinator. He was going to set up some live plan demo, start going over the business plan with me. And we talked for about 2 hours. Planned on meeting later on during the week. This was all when when I had the bid open for the North, not this current place. And so after a while, I emailed the business guy. He wouldn't answer back. He did eventually get back to me with some actual pertinent contacts that I'm so thankful for. So I don't want to say that it was a total waste, but I feel like knowing what I know now, I'm glad that I went the way I went, which is through ChatGPT. So ChatGPT wrote me a rough draft business plan, and I grilled it like, what's income potential? If I fail, how do I fail? How can I stop failure? What can I do about failure? How can I succeed? What's the numbers to make me succeed? How do I get creative? And it was really helpful with the suggestions that it had. At the end of the day, I had to jump. So I called the bank. Hey, what do I do? Talk to these people from UMKC. They'll get you a business plan together. They'll help you out. After I didn't hear back from the business plan guy anymore at UMKC, I called the bank again. It's like, hey, here's what I have. I can give you a rough draft of a business plan. I didn't say rough draft. I said I can give you a business plan, which was what ChatGPT gave me. So I sent her there, sent my numbers as far as assets and liabilities. They make you fill out this form. What do you have as collateral? How much your network is, and all that stuff. So I filled it out, and my fingers were crossed at that point. So she never really asked a bunch of questions back. But after about a week, she's like, okay, is it okay to me to back up? This was over the Christmas break. So she's like, okay, I can get your preliminary stuff, but once I come back from break, I can really look into your case. And so I sent her the stuff before she went on vacation. She did stay in contact with me while she was on vacation through the Christmas break. Thank you. She would let me know if I needed some more information or my numbers, what was I asking for, and things like that. Because I'm throwing out fillers more than something concrete at the point. So she came back with a yes. And I'm not sure if she was a yes because it was a pre-approval. The entire time, I didn't want to tell anyone because I didn't want to let anyone down. And at this point, it could still fall through. And I don't feel like I let anyone down. I feel like I jumped, I fail or succeed. I at least took that chance. So after she came back with a yes, now I'm thinking like, okay, how much can I finance now? Can I get more material paid for? Because at the beginning, I was like, let me get the minimum finance just so they'll approve me, and then let me pay for a lot of the materials and construction costs out of pocket. So I went back and like, hey, can you do more? And she was like, send me a sheet over of all your construction costs and everything that you'll need, and we'll go from there. So I sent her that over, and 2 days ago, I got another yes. So it's different financing terms when you lump the equipment and things and the construction costs in it. She made it sound like it's going to be two different loans now, which I'm okay with. Um, I'm just more excited about it's go time. So now, since we're probably 2 weeks in from my first yes, I've started scheduling inspections. The other day I had a plumbing inspection, just found out that it's a septic tank instead of a sewer because it's a half an acre run from the what we would think would be the sewer line on 291, but come to find out there's no sewer line. The reason I had a sewer line inspection because that long run, another inspector said, "Hey, you should inspect the sewer line since that's a far run. Have a videotape go down there and see if there's anything. Because if you got to dig that up, that's going to be your cost and a lot of money." So I did that. Come to find out, it's a septic system. The owner didn't even know it was a septic system. So we got to get the septic system pumped in order to be able to, I guess, scan the inside of it through their whatever mechanism that they use. I have to wait for the snow to melt all the way in order for my roofer inspector to get on the roof. Um, one important thing though, the building was built in 1979. I was really concerned about the insulation and the flooring possibly having asbestos. I had an asbestos inspector come out, environmental services. Soon as she came in, that's fiberglass. That's not asbestos. That tile might be, but it came out negative for asbestos. So we're good on that. Now we're just waiting for the septic system to get flushed, and we can have my plumber go back in there and see if there's any problems with the septic system. And it looks like everything's gravy at this point. We're just waiting for some warmer weather to get in so we can get in and start looking at the place more in depth. I plan on having more shots, more transformations, more beginning and after pics. The entire process I plan on documenting, and hopefully you guys enjoy my journey. Thank you for listening and paying attention. If you've made it this long, don't forget to click and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much, and welcome to Hit and Run Training Facility.